Good morning, Love Muffin. I got a little channeled message. Placebos work because the human brain is a powerful thing. Do not underestimate the power of your mind and make sure to focus your energy and thoughts in a direction that serves you rather than the other way around. Master your life, master your thoughts. So this is for everyone. This is about, I think it's pretty obvious, but a lot of us spend our time in our heads going like this on all the things that are not going well. And as a person with a very analytical mind, I can understand, I get it, I do. But Spirit's saying, use that analytical mind, use the discipline that you've created in your mind. You might not see it as discipline, but it takes discipline to show up and think about the same thing every day. It's just something that you've done on autopilot for so long that you don't realize it takes discipline. But you already have that locked in because you're dedicating. It's like you're watering those seeds every single day. So instead of watering those seeds, maybe you should try watering some seeds that you actually want to grow. Okay, that's the whole idea behind this channeled message. Placebos, for those that aren't familiar, are pills, they take in a study, they give certain people the real thing and they give other people a placebo. And then they all take it. And the people that are taking the placebo, which is really probably just like a sugar pill, it isn't usually anything. So a lot of times it works for them too, but that's just because our brains are programmed to have a lot more power and control over our body and our lives and the world around us than we realize. And I mean, certain people would like us to continue believing that we're powerless because it's in their best interest, but I'm going to leave that for another conversation. All I'm saying is be sovereign, be awake, wake up, be lucid in your life because you have a lot more power than you realize. And the other thing to remember is that people can only take power from you if you give it to them. Okay, so if somebody, this black magic or spiritual warfare, or whatever that people go on and on about in the community, the spiritual community, those things might impact you a little bit, but they're not really going to harm you unless you allow them to harm you. And the worst thing you can do is get in your head about it and allow it to ping, 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 and become an obsession, a focal point of your attention, because then guess what? You're watering those seeds, 222 on my timer. Thank you, Spirit. You're watering those seeds diligently with discipline every day. You just don't realize that you're doing that. I mean, you might, but some of you are very unaware, very, very unaware. And it's really important for you to wake up in those moments and recognize what you're doing. Because if you're in your head thinking about things you don't want to happen, guess what you're doing? You're actually planting that seed in the universe, and then you're focusing attention and energy on it. And that thought and that thing is going to come to fruition. You might as well focus your attention on the things that you want to happen. Because the thing is, worrying doesn't get you anywhere. I think a lot of us have figured that out by now. All it does is drain your nervous system, make you feel like, for people who've really sat in worry, it is the quickest way to drain yourself and get in a low vibration. And for those of you that know what I'm talking about when I say that low vibration, that's the exact opposite of the place that you want to be. Sorry, this hair keeps getting in my eyes. And so you want to make sure to stay on top of what's going on in your mind. And this is why meditation is so important, because it really helps you sit in that witness seat and observe from a higher perspective everything that's happening. And it doesn't mean that it's going to stop things from happening. We can't control our thoughts. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. But we can redirect. It's kind of like a conductor. It's like we can tell people, we can tell, it's hard to do the metaphors with everything. Sometimes I run out of ideas, but I'll just scratch that one. All I'm saying is be careful with what you're thinking, because you're planting seeds every single second of the day and you're not even aware of it. And if you are, then you have no excuse. If you're looking around your life and you're wondering why it doesn't look like what you want it to look like, and you know that you're actively doing that in your mind, then that's your answer. Because you are creating a different reality based on your thoughts alone. I know a lot of this is trauma informed, okay? And as a person who's experienced wild amounts of trauma, I totally fucking get it, okay? I do. I really do. I'm not trying to get hard on anybody here, but I am trying to get real, because right now we're at a precipice. We're moving into a new phase. It feels like we're at the top, like the crest of a wave is kind of what Spirit's showing me. So it's about to crash into something new, and it's going to kind of like create waves and friction. And it's not a bad thing, it's just change. Okay, so make sure that you're harnessing and the Spirit's saying there's momentum here. That's the whole point of them showing me the wave. There's momentum here. So don't waste this momentum on thinking about all the shit that you don't want to come true, okay? Instead, plug into some subliminal messages. I don't have any recommendations, unfortunately, but people on YouTube that are, walking through subliminals, it's kind of like a meditation. You just close your eyes and listen. I did one on money last night. It just crossed my path on TikTok, and it was 16 minutes long, and it was really nice to hear and like repeat those phrases. And I can tell you, it actually, even just in those 16 minutes, watching it once, I really felt like it made a difference. The thing is, we're sponges. Spirit's guiding me to say this because you might not understand that you're absorbing everything around you. Okay, and a lot of people know how to, or not a lot, but a few people know how to protect themselves. I'll be honest, there's some energies that it's hard to know what I'm supposed to transmute for the collective and what I'm supposed to just completely let go of. So it's really important to like start honing in on the differences of what's being asked of you when. A lot of us have different jobs than other people, and some people think what we're doing is wrong because their job is different. Spirit's telling them that what I'm doing is the wrong way, but it's actually the right way for what I'm doing, but it's the wrong way for what they're doing. So be careful not to point the finger at anybody and say they're doing it wrong. Focus on your own work. Focus on your own healing. And yeah, just plant those seeds. What I would say the best advice is to do some scripting. Okay, I do this a couple different ways. I speak out loud into a voice recorder. I've been doing this for years now. It helps me stay sane. It helps me process when I'm not surrounded by people who can support me, which I haven't been for many years. Knock on wood. But it can help me process, and then I can do my visioning that way. I just speak it all into existence. But I also like to write it down. And I think that's what most people mean when they say scripting. But either way, start dreaming your life into being, okay? It's gonna start inward first. So don't get discouraged if you do a lot of work. I've done a lot of work. A lot of you guys have been watching me for, 8, 9 months, even a year. You've probably seen how much I've grown. My external life hasn't changed in all the ways that I want it to yet, but my internal, holy God, I'm just a completely different person. Go back and watch a video I made a year ago, especially 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, the work is real. It pays off, but it's gonna pay off here first. It's gonna show here, inward, then it's gonna show here, outward, and then it's gonna show here in your external. So there are phases, just like a plant. There's a seed, then there's a sprout or whatever. I'm sure there are other phases. And then there's the, flower or whatever is growing. So be patient with yourself, be patient with your guides and God, whatever you believe in. Never stop being grateful, okay? It doesn't mean that you can't have a moment where you get angry and release it, let it out, but don't indulge it. Whoa, Spirit, okay. Spirit's like, don't indulge it. All right, well, that was weird. I'm gonna wrap it up. Love you guys. All right, if you need a private reading, mentorship, self-love coaching, or any of that good stuff, you can visit my website at sacredmuseproject.com. I also welcome donations or any kind of gratitude for the content I create on a regular basis. If that's something you feel called to do, please feel free to reach out. Go to my website or reach out. But anyway, love you, and I'll see you next time.